Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the all-new 1988 AMG Hammer. When we talk about legendary cars that shaped performance history, the 1988 AMG Hammer stands tall as one of the most outrageous machines of its time. Back in the late 80s, Mercedes-Benz was known for luxury, comfort, and refinement, but AMG, which was still an independent tuner at that time, had something completely different in mind. The Hammer was not just a sedan, it was a statement that a practical four-door car could outrun the best sports cars in the world. This machine shocked everyone and is still remembered as one of the wildest creations in automotive history. At first glance, the AMG Hammer looked like a slightly more aggressive version of the W124 E-Class. Subtle yet powerful, it carried widened fenders, deeper bumpers, and aerodynamic side skirts, giving it a muscular stance without losing the Mercedes elegance. The Hammer wasn't overstyled like some of its competitors, instead, it had a clean and purposeful design. AMG fitted it with lightweight alloy wheels, wider tires, and a lowered suspension setup, making the car sit closer to the ground, ready to strike. Even the front grille was blacked out, hinting that this wasn't an ordinary Mercedes. Stepping inside, the Hammer carried the familiar Mercedes luxury cabin of the 80s, but AMG refined it with sportier touches. Plush leather seats, custom wood trim, and AMG badging set it apart. The ergonomics were simple but solid, with no flashy technology, just a driver-focused layout. The steering wheel was thicker, the gauges had AMG markings, and the seats offered more support for spirited driving. It was still comfortable enough to be used daily, but everything inside hinted that this car could unleash brutal performance when needed. And that performance is exactly what made the AMG Hammer legendary. Under the hood sat a massive 5.6-liter V8, bored and stroked by AMG into a 6.0-liter powerhouse. Depending on the setup, it could make around 360 to 385 horsepower, which was insane for a sedan in the late 80s. This engine was hand-built, paired with AMG's custom camshafts and free-flowing exhaust, allowing it to rev harder and produce a roar that no Mercedes had made before. The Hammer could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 5 seconds flat, but what truly shocked people was its top speed. While most exotic supercars struggled to break 170 miles per hour, the Hammer reached an astonishing 190 miles per hour, making it the world's fastest sedan at that time. Driving the Hammer was a mix of brute force and German engineering precision. The handling was sharp, thanks to AMG's upgraded suspension and wider track, and despite its size, it felt agile and planted on the road. The gearbox was automatic, but tuned to deliver power instantly, and with rear-wheel drive, the Hammer was both thrilling and slightly intimidating to control at its limits. It wasn't just about raw numbers, it was about shocking the world that a four-door luxury Mercedes could chase down Ferraris and Lamborghinis on the Autobahn. When it came to price, the AMG Hammer was not for everyone. In 1988, it cost around $125,000 to $135,000 depending on the specifications, which was nearly double the price of a standard Mercedes sedan and even more expensive than some Porsches of the time. This exclusivity meant that only a handful were ever built, around 30 units in total, making the Hammer not only rare but also highly desirable among collectors today. On the modern classic car market, finding an original AMG Hammer can cost anywhere from $500,000 to over $1 million depending on condition and provenance. It's a true collector's gem, and prices are only going higher as enthusiasts recognize its importance in performance car history. What makes the Hammer so fascinating even today is how it completely rewrote expectations. Before this car, sedans were seen as family machines or executive transport, but AMG proved that with the right engineering, a four-door could become a supercar in disguise. It blurred the line between practicality and performance, creating a formula that many manufacturers later tried to copy but none could match with the same shock factor. The Hammer became the ultimate sleeper, luxurious, understated, and yet deadly fast when unleashed. Even now, over 3 decades later, the AMG Hammer continues to inspire respect and admiration among enthusiasts. It represents a golden age when cars were built with passion, precision, and boldness, without the restrictions of modern regulations. It's not just about speed, but about character, the kind of raw and unfiltered driving experience that makes you feel connected to the road and to the machine itself. The Hammer remains a symbol of what happens when engineers are given freedom to create something truly wild. In the end, the 1988 AMG Hammer was more than just a car, it was a turning point for AMG and Mercedes-Benz. It proved that sedans could be just as fast and desirable as exotic sports cars, and it cemented AMG's reputation as the ultimate performance arm of Mercedes. Without the Hammer, we might not have seen the modern AMG cars we know today. It remains one of the boldest, most influential, and most exciting creations of its era, a car that turned a luxury four-door into an Autobahn missile.